Hey y'all, we're back here at Sport Aircraft Seats and my frames are done. So they've been overhauled, they've been powder coated and all ready to go. We're also going to go through the install process and see what this is like. And just remember, this is something that technically you're supposed to just do at home. They ship everything to you and you do it at home, but I get to kind of go through it here live with Daniel and see what it's like. So let's go check out that process. Should be pretty fun. And I'm really excited to see the seats. We got great feedback on the last episode. Many of you follow this channel and admire our Cessna 172 2423 uniform. She's a good bird, but always aging. It's actually a 1963 172, and many of you have seen the love and attention we've given to the cockpit, modernizing the panel and other things. But the seats needed love themselves, so we turned to brother duo extraordinaires Mario and Daniel. Mario is the frames guy, a mechanic, all about the safety and integrity of these old seat frames, overhauling them himself with years of knowledge and experience. After a few weeks, now they're better than new with improved designs and structure in places. Then there's Daniel, who founded Sport Aircraft Seats, a DIY aircraft upholstery solution, which he calls zero downtime. Get safe, quality, and good-looking upholstery no matter where you are in the world. That's kind of their motto. So on the last episode, I finally started this project with them. I flew up, handing them the airplane seats and letting them get after it and do their magic. And also during that process, we educated you as part of the pilot community on seat safety, maybe some things you hadn't considered before. But I found that a really cool episode where we tore the seats apart and learned a lot more about this process. Again, something that we overlook in aviation, or at least as pilots, being the seats that we sit on. We take it for granted for sure. First up, the frames are done. They're beautiful, newly restored, and powder coated in our trademark orange. Mario did a fantastic job on these frames. It's the most important part, I think, really, when it comes to safety. We know now that our seats are safe and sound and built to last 100 years, in the words of Mario. In other words, there's nothing lurking underneath upholstery that we can't take off and inspect the frames. These guys have a lot of horror stories about the shape that the frames are in when they come in their shop.
I know a lot of people that have had brought seats to me that had like 4 layers of upholstery.
Wow.
Like the original upholstery, a little bit of foam on top, another upholstery, a little bit of foam on top, another upholstery. It's all just kind of there, and it weighs like 70 pounds, you know.
So let's see if your old upholstery is in better shape than your new upholstery.
Look at that. Okay, this is surprising.
Yeah.
I am pretty surprised, I have to admit. Now in Daniel's shop at Sport Aircraft Seats, we don masks and Daniel takes us through how to glue the webbing on the frames. He expertly goes through each step and explains it well.
So the webbings are going to come with a line, and that's the outside of the frame. So we're gonna paint the glue a 1/2 inch inside of that line, so it'll cover this part of the frame right here. So we want to look at this when you first get it, and just kind of take note of where it's gonna go on the frame, and then we're going to paint the corresponding areas. So we'll just kind of look at it and go, okay, 1/2 inch from there approximately. It doesn't have to be exact.
Daniel and his team have made a bunch of videos on how to do this on their website and on their YouTube. It's easy to follow for either you or your mechanic. It's pretty straightforward. So no matter where you are, when you get your seat frames from Mario, for example, they're overhauled. You get your materials from Daniel, you can do it all yourself. After having learned from Daniel with his direction, it's now my turn. Getting to work on my own seats and have ownership of the process is actually a pleasure. It's one thing to show up and everything is done for you. It's another thing entirely to be part of the process. And really, that's the process of becoming a competent aircraft owner. You're always learning something new, getting your hands working more, and becoming a part of the process. It's rewarding and lends to safer and more knowledgeable flying. This is scary. You're scaring me. Am I lined up on that other side?
Well, just worry about one side. It needs...
Scared.
Nice. Okay, I think... Flip it over. Sorry. You wanted me to hold your hand. Now you can go around and just make sure everything's tight and just pull them tight and down, you know? Yeah.
But I've already pulled them tight. But I'm just like...
Just keep tension on. Just
Okay.
make a nice tight thing.
My heart rate's up.
I'm going to go stand over here and close my eyes.
I'm scared.
Remember, you only have to touch one part.
Ugh.
Like,
Oh no. With the webbing completed, here are the frames, ready to receive the seat upholstery. Super clean, easy to inspect, and in fantastic condition, in perfect condition, really. So proud of the work that Mario did on these frames and just how good they look, apart from being far safer into the future. So a huge thanks to Mario for all of his seat frame expertise and work. And of course, you can have your seat frames overhauled by Mario as well. There is a link in the description. And now, time for the pretty part. Whoa. What do we have here? Dang.
anyway, there's your digging covers.
Wow. Now I'll install the seats just as you would if you were to get this kit in the mail. You'll be shocked how straightforward this is. Anyone can do it. This is this seat?
Yeah.
One of the seats? Wow. There it is. 2-3 uniforms, new seats. It's weird for me visualizing the green avocado seats not being there anymore and like it just being super nice inside. It's like I have so many good years on these seats, you know?
Well, the thing is they don't go with your plane anymore. We gotta move on, bro.
What, my green avocados? No, I've moved on. I'm emotionally disconnected. I'm saying there are so many beautiful memories ahead with these seats.
Yeah.
You know? So that's awesome. Okay, so that's the backrests.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess both of the front seats are in here.
Yeah, they're both the same.
And are they, okay, they're identical?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys would essentially ship all of this stuff to the customer,
you get that
right?
in a box with yeah.
This is a bit different since I've known you over the years, but yeah, you'd get this in a box and then have the instructions to go through it. So beautiful. Let's install them.
Do you want to just put that on while I tell you how to do it, or do you want?
Sure, and then you could do the next one. Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
Okay.
The first thing is just unvelcro the backrest.
Okay.
And then just slide it over the back.
That's it?
Yeah. It'll be a little tight. The first, when you first put it on.
Okay.
So you just kind of work it down one side at a time.
Wow, that looks so good with the rail.
And then just go up here and kind of push down.
Okay.
And then just work it down.
Keep going.
What I do is I grab here and here.
Uh-huh.
And just go like that. And then I'll just let you close it off.
Okay.
All right, now so grab the seat.
Okay. Now this process is a bit different, right?
Yeah, you just set it on there
Okay.
exactly how you think it would go.
Okay.
And then this will come preloaded
Okay.
for you. So you grab it. It doesn't have to be perfectly positioned.
Because it's going to cinch down.
Yeah. So I start right at the back corner here.
Okay.
Opposite. I usually go, opposite the lever or something.
Okay.
And then just put it in one loop at a time. So put it in all the way through. And anytime there's one of these, it means you got to go around something.
Okay. So now I loop around here.
No, pull it all the way through.
Okay.
To where it's like that.
Okay.
And then just see if you're going around that.
Oh, I see. And then I go around the back side of this bar. Yep. Okay. Now I bring it around here.
Yep. And then you go into the next loop. Don't worry about it being down or anything. It can be loose. You're just getting it all.
I just wanted it to be straight.
You being all careful and perfect.
I know.
I just throw it in there. I don't even think about it.
Okay. Just like, okay, let's go.
Let's get us together. Oh, it's together. It's beautiful. Okay, so now just turn the seat on its back so you can see what you're doing on this part.
Okay. So like this?
Yep. And then you need to go above and around everything. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some, it's like that.
Pretty complicated.
Well, it's not that complicated, but
no, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But like it's gonna weave down through here.
Yep.
Yeah. So like that.
No, you need to go above.
Oh, above that. Okay.
Yeah. Above, assuming the seat is
like that. Okay.
Yeah. And I just tighten this up, and then I'll just kind of pull it through here, and just basically tighten down.
Okay.
And it's
gone.
Yeah, and it's pretty much.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
There's a little bit of. I kind of get it straight on there a little bit.
Sure. Well, it's beautiful, man.
Let's do the bench, and then we'll get them all put together and get them cleaned up. And
okay. My first impressions. It's just hard to believe. I don't know. Like these are my frames, and I tore them apart just a few weeks ago to tear everything down. Like same frames. Ridiculous brand new seats are going in the airplane now. So I just imagine a lot of good hours ahead with students and these lasting the test of time. I don't know. It's kind of weird to have so much time in one airplane and then see it go through a transformation. But this definitely like finishes the interior. I'm a lot more comfortable about the structure of my seats now and the safety of the seats, because that's a big deal here. Obviously with being able to take off these as well and inspect regularly whenever you want, that's a big thing too. So, I mean, cosmetics, you can't argue that that's one of the nicest seats you've ever seen. Like that's clear. That's easy. Duh. Right? But the safety aspect of it is really, really cool too. So it's beautiful right now. I'd love to have an office chair like this, but that's an expensive office chair. But these, I guess, 2-3 uniform is my office, and that's where these will be from now on. So they'll look a lot better in the airplane, but they look amazing right now. After doing the first front seat, Daniel and I continued the process working on the rear seat, which usually gets overlooked, but matches so well in this case with what we have up front. It's treated with the same craftsmanship and careful care as the front seats. That is the nicest back seat I've ever seen. Passengers are important, right?
Yeah.
They gotta have luxuries too. Now I'm going to back off and let Daniel take control here, and as the professional, work on the last seat. And then I'm gonna take the camera and get some shots. Huge thanks goes out to my friend Kevin for the other shots and coming to help out with this shoot. It's always a pleasure having him along as a fellow creative. And man, just look at the awesome detail on these seats. They're absolutely perfect. I couldn't be happier with how these turned out. All right, man. They're all done.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. But
I've been talking about this for like 10 years now. It feels like.
Okay, but it hasn't taken 10 years.
No, I know we did.
It's a very fast process.
Yep. Ones we got on it.
So they're absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited to see them in the airplane. Of course, really excited about the work that Mario did on the frames.
Yeah.
That's a huge, huge part of this. We've talked about that ad nauseum.
I'm so glad that you did the whole thing all at once, that you were able to do that.
I mean, this is just striking, you know? It's going to look so good in the airplane. And it, for safety reasons, it needs to be done. But this is your baby. This looks awesome, man. These are just so nice and such a cool process that people can order these wherever they are. And
yeah,
it's a fantastic brand.
Hey, I'm super happy for you. And I can't wait to see videos with these in the background instead of the green.
Oh my God.
That's so important to me.
Yeah. It's going to look awesome. It's a beautiful job.
I appreciate it. I'm just stoked that everything came together to where it looks, you know, cohesive through the whole plane and the orange frames.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Thanks for
absolutely.
for the work and the...
Let people know where they can find you, by the way. Even though we've said that 100 times already.
sportaircraftseats.com. You can go on there, you can design a seat, see what it'll look like, and order like an entire set of seats for a lot of different models of airplanes.
You guys are ready to go. You proved it to me. It's just like, oh yeah, these seats, let's do this, and goes through your factory here, and we're set.
Yeah, we've got it all set up to make it as easy as possible for people. I don't want people to have that as an excuse. And you've installed them. You know how it goes.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah. Even you could do it.
Hey, that's saying something. Seriously. Clearly, we proved that. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to take these seats back to my place in Homer. I'm going to install them in the airplane. So that's kind of the next step, is to actually get them in there and see how the whole package came together. So thanks, man. And let's head down south to Homer. Okay. More traffic, 204, turning off Bravo North. Now that I'm at Angle of Attack HQ back home in Homer, I got the seats nestled in the airplane into their new positions. It took a bit of effort in figuring out what goes in first, but I got it all figured out. And now for some first impressions with everything in and complete for the first time in 2-3 uniform. I am going to put the seatbelt on just to give me a real feel of how it is. Wow, that rail, the rail slides so easy. It's just butter smooth, which is huge. So that feels fantastic. The seats sit basically where it was height-wise, which is really nice. I can tell the seats are way lighter. I really, really wish I would have weighed them, because they feel significantly lighter, and it's kind of hard to fathom or explain, but I would say they weigh half of what they did if that's even possible. I love the seat belt loops where the seat belts hold on, because then the seat belts don't fall out of the airplane when you get out. So they're always just nice and contained. Of course, there's the bags. You can't see it here now, but there is a bag that goes here that hangs down below. And so students can put their phones or some other knickknacks in there. I'll probably put some gum in there or something. And then we've got the pockets behind here, which you probably can't see anymore. I can just push this forward to show you though. Got the pockets behind here. I got the expandable pocket, plus I did get one of the bigger pockets that they have for sport aircraft seats that clip onto these. And these come on every seat, so you essentially just use their little carabiners and clip them on. Not exactly carabiners, but they look like them. You clip them on each seat, so that looks really nice. The leather stitching is exactly like the glare shield stitching. So I'll show that to you here on this other camera. So this stitching on the seats is exactly like the glare shield stitching, which is very cool. It just all really ties in well in the airplane. Looks fantastic. I'm just so impressed with these seats and the process. And you guys have seen that. I mean, I don't need to go over it anymore, but just to really tear down the frames and have confidence that the seat frames are in good structural shape now. Those guys kind of freaked me out when they took me through all the problems that happened with these seats. So I am confident in these seats now. As Mario and Daniel said, they're going to last another 50 years. So that's good stuff. Really happy about the whole process and can't say enough about it. So make sure you guys go to sportaircraftseats.com and check out, again, the upholstery part of this. There's 0 downtime seats. That's just the upholstery part though. If you guys want to check out Mario's seat frames and get repair service on those, you go to aircraftseatframes.com, and he has some frames that he can exchange that he's already done. I know that he's working to do that more in the future, where you send your frames and then he essentially keeps your original frames and sends you perfect frames back. So that would be a 0 downtime situation to a certain extent, but you can also send your frames to him and he could do that if you do have the opportunity for a little bit of downtime. Lots of things to check out from these guys. Again, super, super happy about it. They just happen to be here in Alaska. I don't know anyone else that does what they do, and just really, really grateful for these seats. They're absolutely beautiful. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like this video if you learned something along the way and you thought this manufacturing and overhaul process was cool. I definitely thought it was very interesting. Make sure to subscribe to stick around for more stuff like this and flight training videos from us, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for being here. Hit the comments if you guys have any questions for me, for Mario, for Daniel, and until next time, throttle on.